Hey y'all, how y'all doing? This is Lene with the Lene Gray Show. Thank you for tuning in. Unfortunately, I thought I'd be able to do the live feed from my Facebook online. Get this out of my face. Okay, let me get myself centered too. I feel like I'm out. Am I off center, Mr. Walker? I guess I'm not. I don't know. It seems like I am. Okay, I just. Okay. So, this is the Lene Gray Show on KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom, Kansas City's global community radio station. You are most likely listening to my show on KUAW-LPFM 985 here on Facebook. You can also listen by tuning in by typing in the letters KUAW on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and the TuneIn app. Also, we're on Periscope as well, right? And also on Periscope. Today I have two guests, two amazing guests. The first one who is holding on the phone. We have two amazing events coming up, and the first one is basically Black Lives Matter centered events. So, can I get my caller on the phone? Can you hear me, caller?
Yes, I sure can.
I can't hear her in the mic. Let me see if I hear.
And how are you today?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. Fantastic.
And can you give us your name and your organization?
Thank you for having me on.
Can you hear me? I don't know if she can
Are
hear.
you there?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, that's yes. Thank you.
Okay. Can you give us your name and your organization? Let us know all about. I'm excited because I got to read the files that you sent, and they are amazing.
Oh well, thank you. Well, my name is Kathy Persley. I am president of the Heart of the City Neighborhood Association, and we represent the historic Dunbar neighborhood in Kansas City, Missouri. I am a native of the neighborhood. I was born. I wasn't born there, but I was raised there from a very young age, and so I have long term ties to that neighborhood. And,
Awesome.
well, yeah, we're just trying to do some things. It's a historic African American neighborhood. It was first established in I think the first house was built in 1918.
Yeah.
So we are over 100 years old and still going strong. We are trying to keep it together.
And I appreciate it because the historic Dunbar neighborhood is actually right up the street from my house. And one thing about the historic Dunbar neighborhood is it was, like you said, African American established, and it was one of the very few, and it sat right outside of the Leeds area. And
Absolutely.
and Leeds is where my family started their roots here in Kansas City. My um, great grandmother and great grandfather, she came from Chillicothe, Missouri, and he came from Fort Scott, Kansas, and they settled in Leeds. And then they did move to Dunbar before they bought a house off of 35th and South Benton, but that was when it was majority white over there. So
Absolutely.
I truly appreciate you all keeping the history because I drove through Leeds to show my sons, the roots on my mom's side, and unfortunately that you would never believe that it was settled by black people. So what you're doing is really, really, really important to keeping our neighborhood going, to keeping everyone to understand that Dunbar and Leeds was the first, settlement east of the, on the east side of Kansas City in that manner, the east of Kansas City.
Yes, as a matter of fact, after 18th and Vine area was established, it was the Leeds Dunbar neighborhood was really established because people were looking for a more family oriented environment.
Yeah.
And even in the 1920 census, there were 108 African American families, husbands, wives, children living in that neighborhood.
Yes, it was. My great grandparents were one of the families. Their name
Okay,
was the Sayers. So,
and that's great. That is great.
and
We
so
are
I,
also working on our neighborhood history. So after our broadcast, I will be sure I follow up with you so that I can get some of that history and we can get it recorded for our history project that we're working on. So.
awesome, because I definitely want to bring you in and give you an hour on the show. And I will definitely, give you their names and everything. And my aunts and my grandaunts, I have a couple of grandaunts and a granduncle who's still alive. So I can put you in contact with them to get even more information. But tell us more about the events that you are hosting. These seem exciting.
Uh, on this coming Friday, it's Father's Day, and it's also International Make Music Day. Make Music Day was actually started about 38 years ago in France, and it has become a worldwide event.
Wow.
And we're celebrating because it does fall on Father's Day. We are celebrating fathers and Black Lives Matter. So we are going
That's
to be
awesome.
celebrating our African American heritage. We're going to start out the morning with gospel music.
Yes.
That'll be streamed live from several different locations, as well as some pre-recorded videos.
Okay, so the several different locations, are those the churches that you have listed?
We do have some churches in our neighborhood. Not all of them are actually having live services now because of the coronavirus.
Okay.
But so we are working on them. We're working to see if we can't get some either some individuals from those locations um, to do to render some music for us.
Okay.
And there's some other churches in the area that will be providing some music for us. So throughout Kansas City, so it's actually open to anyone who wants to perform. We're trying to find slots for anybody who wants to share their service in the morning, their musical renditions, as well as any. So if somebody wants to stream something live from their house, we are open. We have a mechanism to do that as well. We're going to be streaming live on Facebook. So if we can get a link to do that, we will make sure that all of that happens.
Okay, so you are still looking for submissions for people to perform, whether they live stream in or whether they are performing live. You're still looking for people to sign up?
That is exactly right. We still have some slots that are open. They can go to our website, which is Heart of the City, KC.org. That heart is like you have a heart in your chest. It's
Yes.
KC.org. And
So
there's a place on there for you to sign up.
So the website for those who are listening, to sign up to perform. Hey y'all, Kansas City has a lot of performers, and I also often ask them. I'm like, hey, where are you performing at? Oh well, I don't. Here's a chance. Heart of the City KC.org.
That's exactly right.
Heart of the City HeartofthCity KC.org. So that's your opportunity. She's asking for performers. You'll take spoken word artists and all of that.
Yeah, we would prefer to have music in the background.
Okay.
Music day, so we needed something with the music theme.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be singing. It can be someone playing an instrument.
Right. Just performing
right.
over a track if they have to.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It can be somebody doing a praise dance with music. As long as we're sticking with the theme of the music. All is acceptable. One of our main things, we just really believe that music is a way that makes our connections stronger.
You're right.
Together. And it's also, I don't know anybody that I grew up with or that I know right now that didn't have music as part of their upbringing.
Absolutely.
And it's just a way that we can relieve stress, find common ground on most things.
Absolutely. And studies have shown that you can have Alzheimer's patients and they cannot remember their children. But when you play a certain song, any kind of song, if it's attached to a memory, they can complete that entire memory. And
Absolutely.
so that's how powerful music is. And that's what I want people to, hey, those of you all here in Kansas City who always say that people don't give you a break, then, here's your opportunity. Heart of the City KC.org. Go ahead, call in or email so you can sign up for the program. See you later, Tyrone. Email so you can sign up. I mean, she's asking, and this sounds, now you have another one that AY Young is going to perform at, and that is so awesome. I was so excited to see that. Can you tell us what is that the same thing we're talking about now?
Yeah, that's the same thing. AY is going to be in the park in the afternoon.
Okay.
He does, for those that don't know who AY Young is, he is a native Kansas Cityan, and he is a musician. He produces, writes, raps, and he's been on the X Factor TV show.
Yes.
And he has an idea about combining music and sustainability. And so he has a tour. His show that he's going to do is he calls the Battery Tour, and it's all 100% renewable energy, which means, for those who don't know, he uses batteries.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
And so he's recycling that energy, capturing it from the sun, storing it, and then coming out performing. He also dances, and he is very excited about being with us on Sunday. I've talked to him a couple of times this week. He's been out to the park to kind of look at what his event's going to look like.
Okay.
And he's ready to go.
Awesome.
The thing we're going to do for all of those that are out there listening, we are going to have a mini talent show in the afternoon. There's going to be a one for adults and one for children. We're going to give prizes for each category, and the prize for the adults right now is we're going to keep that a secret. But
Okay.
the prize for the young people will be music lessons that will be supplied by instructors from the American Music Apprenticeship Program.
And
so we're really excited about
that
that.
is exciting.
Everybody's attempt to
Yes.
showcase their talent. We're not looking for necessarily perfection. We're just looking for people who love music.
Yes, that is awesome. And if you all know anything about the American Music Apprenticeship Program, that program was started by Ms. Anita Dixon. So, I mean, you're getting high quality. Whoever wins that those lessons, you're getting top of the line lessons, things that people like us normally can't afford. So I would say go ahead, everyone, go ahead and enter into the talent show. Now, you said now you did, and this all of this is happening Sunday, June 21st, 2020, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Dunbar Park. What is the address? Now, I know where Dunbar Park is, but I don't know the exact address. I know it's like Leeds and 35th Street, but what's the exact address?
Okay, well, KC Parks don't have exact addresses. They have street locations.
Okay.
So it's at 36 and Oakley.
Say it again.
36th Street and Oakley. That's Oakley.
Right. Okay, so it's 36th Street and Oakley. I will tell y'all this. Y'all come down Oakley, y'all gonna go down a steep hill. So but look up, I would just advise everyone to look up Dunbar Park in Kansas City.
Yeah, if you search it, the Parks Department has a map.
Yeah, they do. And they'll tell you exactly where to find it at. And because that's one of the parks where a lot of the football teams still practice, the youth football teams as well. Now, if you need more information, what I want you to do is contact Heart of the City Neighborhood Associations Incorporated, and you can email them at connect, CONNECT, at heartofthecitykc.org, or you can call their telephone number at 816-659-1575. And this is called the HCNA Presents Global Music Event on Father's Day, celebrating Black Lives Matter, Kansas City, Missouri. Now, I want to truly thank you for what you're doing. I really would like for us to keep up with the information that you're doing, because like I said, Leeds is the my grandmother, my mom's mother. Leeds and Dunbar is where their family settled with children in Kansas City. And then you mentioned 18th and Vine, and that's where my mother's father, that's where his family came in from Chicago, and they settled in the 20th and 18th and Vine area because they were more, flashy, wealthy people. So they settled closer to where the money was. But the what you all are doing is truly, truly amazing. And if you all have not got to experience AY Young's battery tour, y'all need to. He is an amazing artist out of Kansas City, and you don't make it that far in X Factor and you're not a good artist. You just don't.
That's for sure.
That they don't have the patience, and especially back then when X Factor first came out. Now they're a little bit more patient. Back then they were just weary of the whole American Idol stuff, and they really wanted real talent. That's why they bought out X Factor. So he made it a way, and I watched the entire thing. Actually, when he went to go try out, I got a call in the middle of the night, which is weird because I was the one who got the call in the middle of the night to do his hair before he went to before he went to go perform. I've never met him, and it was probably like 11 o'clock at night, almost midnight, and I was like, it is so late. Even if I did bring him in, I don't think I'd do a good enough job because people knew that I styled hair for movies, TV, runway, all of that. And I was like, but it's just so late. I've been up all day. So, but in hearing that he was trying out, I watched, and he's amazing. And they're giving this to y'all for free. This is something that he's doing, and you're going to get a concert. You're going to get a real performance for free. So I advise everyone to come on out and just remember, and hey, it's Father's Day, and it gives the dad something to do besides having the barbecue on Father's Day.
It does. We are inviting people to come out, bring a blanket, bring some lawn chairs. We're going to be social distancing.
Yeah.
Bring your picnic basket, and we are going to have a few games available for people to play. So it's really going to be a celebration. So you can listen to the music, you can kind of have some outdoor fun, and so we're really looking forward to that.
That is awesome.
So I'm really hoping that we can have a really, an awesome turnout. But I also want to make sure that people know that if for some reason they can't get out, because I know some people have issues about moving around, know that you can go to our website and Facebook page, and you'll still be able to enjoy the event. So we want to make it so that all of Kansas City will be able to enjoy it. We also will have an international connection because Kansas City is a UNESCO creative city of music.
Yes, we are. Thank you, Miss Anita Dixon. Yes, we are.
Again, thank you to Miss Dixon. And so we will be showing some international music to kind of tie into that connection. So we just we're excited because we know people from outside of the area want to be involved. So I'm looking so forward to it because I just know it'll be a full day of entertainment and celebrating, and nobody does music like Kansas City.
Nobody does music like Kansas City.
Show up and show out.
Yes, and so anyone and even for the people who are concerned about possibly getting coronavirus or anything like that, if you're concerned about that, like she said, go to their website or go to the Facebook page because it's going to be streamed live on the Facebook page. So, Mr. Walker, my video froze. So it's frozen. Oh, okay. So I'm good. Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay, I was just making sure it was still rolling. Okay, we good. Okay. I was just making sure that the show wasn't frozen. Okay. And then let me read our comments real quick. Oh, that's fine. Oh, hey, Hazrat. Thank you for staying up late and watching, brother. Thank you so much. and you're watching way from Ghana. So thank you, brother.
Send me some music.
Oh yeah, Hazrat, send some music. Yeah, because it's and you do gospel music, so please send her some music. He actually, you'll have to sign up to go live with them. Hey Thurman, hey Miss Benson, who else? Hey Daniel. So these are just people that fully support. Oh, while we're here, Daniel, I don't know if you heard what Miss Kathy said, but she's looking for performers. And so I will say it again. Miss Kathy said, send your information to heartofthecitykc.org. And she's looking for performers on Father's Day, Sunday, June 21st, 2020, from 9 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. And will the people actually be performing in Dunbar Park, or that'll be the stuff that's lived or zoomed out?
There'll be, well, in addition to AY, we're going to have the talent show, but while AY is on a break, we will be able to stream live from some other locations.
Okay.
And also, if somebody wants to pre-record something and submit it to us,
okay,
we've got this awesome social media team and artist coordinator that are working behind the scenes to get all that stuff done. So if we get some video, we know how to post it.
Okay, Daniel. Then whichever way, get in contact with Miss Kathy. Can he reach you via telephone at 816-659-1575, or is it just
Absolutely.
best to email? Okay, Daniel, give her a call, please. Even if you give her a call after her segment is done, because I definitely want you to be a part of that, because he's got Daniel Davis is an amazing artist, and he has an amazing line called Positive Energy, and I think this is something that everybody who's going to be participating and watching this, they should experience him. And of course, young father. So please, both of y'all, give them a call. Give her a call. Don't You can send the email too, but give her a call so you can talk to her. Now, when can we? Let me see, because I'm just reading a paper, so that's the reason why I'm. Because this is y'all. This is awesome. This is really, really awesome, and it's you. They will honor fathers and commemorate Black Lives Matter, and you all know that. A lot of people say, I don't support Black Lives Matter. If you support Black people, you support Black Lives Matter. Trust me, because we Black lives. So, but this right here is awesome. It kind of goes hand in hand with the actual status that I made in 2013. I'd woke up out of my sleep and I asked everyone to pray for the men in the United States, and I tagged a bunch of people. And one thing I didn't put in it in 2013 because I didn't want to offend people, but I'd woken up out of the sleep of seeing Black men's bodies laying in the street everywhere. So to have this on Father's Day, it means a lot, because this is one of the things that shows that we love and support our dads, young, old, all of that. We love and support you all, and we believe that your life does matter, as does ours. But mainly, that's the point of this, is to celebrate fathers and commemorate Black Lives Matter. We have, okay, Hazrat said you'll try and record a video. Okay, and he's a gospel music artist in Ghana. Miss Anita Dixon said send music to the UNESCO Creative City of Music KC, and you'll send it to the email creativecitykc.gmail. So it's creativecitykc@gmail.com. That's okay, Hazrat. I'll send it to you. And then George Fuller said, I support Black Lives Mattering. Absolutely, George. That's my son, Fuller for the people. So, Miss Kathy, I want to thank you so much. And this 30 minutes was not enough. So, I want you to, I'm going to be reaching out to you to give you my family's name and some of the history, and put you in contact with my my grandaunt and uncles, who can tell you all about when their parents moved there and how long they were there and things of that nature. Unfortunately, my grandmother has passed away, so my great grandmother just passed away in 2016 at 104, but she would have been perfect to get all that information. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. It's a
Okay.
little
Oh, you're
static, but
very
I can
clear
hear you.
now.
I appreciate you having me on your show tonight and talking about my neighborhood, which I love, and talking about Make Music Day. Um, it's a time to celebrate, even though things are as crazy as they are in the world. We know we can still celebrate who we are and what we've accomplished, and that's really what the day is about.
Absolutely. And that's what the day is about, celebration, keeping everything happy and energy high and positive, and just celebrating and allowing people to have a moment to breathe and just think. So I do want to thank you so much for coming on the show. And like I said, when you're ready to come back, we're going to make sure you have a full hour. I actually had someone scheduled, so you only had 30 minutes this today. But when you come back, we will give you a full hour to talk about not just the things you're doing with the music, but the actual project that you're doing for Dunbar Leads. Which, like I keep saying, it wouldn't be a Lene if it wasn't
Yes,
for.
I'm looking forward to working with you and talking to you again really soon.
Thank you so much. You have a beautiful evening and you stay safe. Thank you so much.
You did the same. Stay safe.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, I told Hazrat. Hazrat, I'm gonna screenshot it and send it to you when I get home tonight. So, hopefully you get this message. I'll screenshot it, send it to you so that you can send in your music. So y'all, thank y'all so much for that segment, and I thank y'all for being involved and wanting to get to know more about it. It's the Heart of the City Neighborhood Association, INC, and Miss Anita Dixon said, for those who have music. She said if you're going to do, Miss Kathy said if you're going to do spoken word, they will take spoken word, but it has to have a music playing in the background. So you have to do it over a track or have someone playing live. They can be humming as long as it's, not overreaching you. But this is amazing. And this is right up the street from my house. And I already got my blankets. So I will definitely be there with my off and my cooler full of food and water, probably fruit and water, and just really enjoying myself. Every time I drive through there, I think about my family. So I'm thankful for what they're doing with the Dunbar Leeds area. Once again, the event is on Sunday, June 21st, 2020, which is coming up, and it's on from 9 p.m. to 5 p.m. Go to their website for a full schedule of events, www.heartofthecitykc.org, www.heartofthecitykc.org, for a full schedule of events and locations. And it says here that all events are free, y'all. We are going to go ahead and go to commercial break. Stick with me for two. We're going through the commercial break, and we will be back in 2 minutes with Chef Jamar. And I have a connection with Chef Jamar too, and I found out at my now college sophomores college party. So Miss Anita Dixon, absolutely, she said wear masks. So alrighty, brother, love you. You get you some rest, Hazrat. But Miss Anita Dixon said wear your mask. So we're gonna go ahead and go to commercial break. I will see you all back in 2 minutes. back. Thank you for joining the Lene Gray Show. This is Lene Gray on KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom, Kansas City's I keep saying global. Kansas City's first global community radio station. Okay. I'm gonna George. My son George said another event happening this weekend, June 20th, 2020. Time 3:45 p.m. The Heart of Kansas City Tour 2020 Graduates Car Parade. For more information, contact Shawnee Y. Brunson. Shawnee, is it dot? Shawnee dot Brunson. Okay, SHAWNEE dot Brunson, BRUNSON at yahoo.com. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I guess it's going to be a parade with the young people driving their cars. Well, Sebastian can't drive, so Sebastian would rather be at home challenging people on the internet and winning money and stuff anyway. So next we have, which I don't know where he at, Jamar. You were supposed to call in. We were supposed to have Chef Jamar Gridiron for our 8:30 hour, and so I don't like dead airspace. So what we're gonna do is, I have some other things to discuss anyway. One of the things that I would like to discuss with you all is, everyone keeps we're talking about the protests and everything. And one thing I want to say is, a lot of people are trying to cast judgment on the young people who are still out protesting. Jamar, call in. Why are you on Facebook? Call in. Call in. But anyway, a lot of the people are trying to judge the young people for still being out protesting. And one of the things I say is, remember, when you look at the civil rights movement, you look at the videos of it. Those were young people getting hosed. Those were young people who were out marching. Those were young people on the Selma Bridge. Those were young people who would literally risk it all to be out there on the front lines and face down the cops. Those were young people. So instead of judging those young people for being out there doing what we're not doing, see, Lene hands and my temper, if a cop got up in my face, I would definitely be in jail, and I wouldn't be getting out that night because it would turn real ugly. So, hey, brother, my brother, he's a police officer. He's not a cop. So there's a difference. I don't like cops. I love police. That's my brother. My mom used to be a police officer. But and so Jamar's calling in right now. But I want to say, let's not judge the young people, because those young people are actually making a difference with what's going on. And let's stop blaming them for the damage that's happening, because even the public officials are saying that the young people are not doing that damage. They know that it is, and the people have been caught on camera. So stop blaming our young people. Support them. Get out there. Get them buckets of water so they can throw the tear gas in and stuff. Help them out. Don't keep judging them. Okay, we have Jamar on air. Hey, Jamar, how you doing?
Good, ma'am. How are you?
I am wonderful. I am absolutely wonderful. Let us know your event that you have going on.
Okay, so last week, the event was last week on the 13th. We served over 150 people, giving back to the community. And it's 6 chefs coming together in Kansas City area, and we're called Black Ops. And so we're going to be doing it every other month.
Awesome. Now,
So
tell
each month,
everyone. Now, see, when y'all listen to him talk, he sounds like he's about 30. Jamar, how old are you? Like 21, 20?
21 next Monday.
He is just now turning 21. This young man has it together. I first met Chef Jamar at, come to find out, we share family members. My
Yes.
son and his cousin are like brothers. They've been like brothers since 3rd or 4th grade. And so I met him because he prepared all of the food for their college going away party, because they're roommates in college as well. And the food, when I tell you, it was delicious. So before we get going, I want you to let everyone know how to contact you to cater for them. Or he's more than a caterer, because I think you might be a little bit more expensive than caterers, correct?
A little bit, but not that much.
Not
I'm
that
only
much,
20,
but his
so
food
I
is
have
worth
to
it. It's very
budget
much
with
so
everyone.
worth
I
it.
also do budgeting too.
Absolutely, he'll do a budget. His food is absolutely worth it. It was hardly any left. And you know, when you leave at an event and somebody cooks for like hundreds of people and not that many people show up and there's no food left, that means that that person can cook. That's all it is to it. They know how to prepare delicious meals. So tell them how to contact you.
Yes. So if you want to contact me for any catering events, personal chef, and anything else that you may have, special occasions, weddings, bar mitzvahs, birthday parties, you can contact me at 816-591-7606, and that's my cell.
Say
Please
that
text,
again. Say that
call, and
number
leave a
again.
voicemail. Or you can go to Facebook. It's Jamar, Jamar. Last name is Grudine, Gri, two D's as in dog, INE, and that's Facebook, Jamar Grudine. Or you can go to Jamar's Catering on Facebook as well. Or you can reach me on Instagram at Chef Jamar G. Also, I do have a few announcements to make.
Go ahead.
And the next couple of days from now, I'd say Friday from now, 2 weeks ago, I got a phone call from the New York Weekly. They have a category called 30 under 30. It's basically age. Age doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old you are. It does not limit your potential for success. So they're going to put me in their top 10 influential young entrepreneurs for this year of 2020, and I'm also
Awesome.
will be in the Yahoo platform as well coming up in a couple of Friday.
Oh, that is absolutely awesome. Congratulations. Now I'm gonna have you say your telephone number again slower, much more slower, because the people who might want to hire you, a lot of people are not tech savvy. So go ahead and say it again slower.
It's 816
Uh-huh.
591
Uh-huh.
7606.
816-591-7606. Amazing.
Yes,
and
thank
you for watching from
then,
Nebraska, Dave. I wanted to give someone a shout out who said he's watching from Nebraska. Thank you for watching from Nebraska. But go ahead, Jamar.
Oh, you're fine. Tell them, hey, I got friends in Nebraska too, but also guys, stay tuned because guys, we have a lot of stuff coming up. I don't know if you guys have ever been on my Facebook page, but feel free to go on there.
Your phone is breaking up. Go back where you were at. I think you moved. Yep, you moved out the way. You have to go right back where you were.
Okay, is that better?
That's better. Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, so like I was saying, coming up, I may be entered into the planning, getting a maybe competing in the World's Foods competition that they have every year. It's called the WFC.
Okay.
So I will be representing Kansas City this year, and I am very excited because it's going to be my first time. And hey, we're going to knock them out the park, and I'm going to City with maybe a medal or a trophy. So I'm excited, and God is good. And for turning 21, I just want to say, if you don't believe in Jesus Christ or God, please do so because He has helped me. And this is His gift, and this is not my gift. So
awesome.
I'm just the messenger.
Awesome.
And just to be able to inspire and motivate lots of young people in the community and to give back. I'm a giver. I have that heart.
That's beautiful.
So I just want to say God bless everyone. Thank you all for supporting me. I love each and every one of you. Thank you as well for having me on your show, and I do appreciate you guys so much.
All righty, Jamar. Well, you take care, and you have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Now, once again, I want you to tell people where they can find you, because this show is going to play again and you talk kind of fast. So say it slow.
Yes, ma'am. So my cell number is 816-591-7606. You can contact me or find me on Facebook at Jamar. That's Jamar. Last name Grudine. Gri, two D's as in dog, INE. Is my personal page, and then my business page is Jamar's Catering, and both of those are on Facebook. And then you can also contact me on Instagram at Chef Jamar G.
All righty. Well, thank you so much, Jamar. And next time, give me some time so I can start announcing your stuff ahead of time. Bring you in. Well, I know you couldn't make it in the studio today. I know why. So we're not going to mention on air. But absolutely. I thank you so much for calling in. And you all, when I tell you, yeah, he's the truth. He is the truth with his with his food that he prepares. It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And I'm a vegan, and I was like, "There's nothing in here to eat because I'm a vegan." He was like, "Oh, you can eat that. You can eat that. You can eat that." I was like, "Oh wow, he had prepared some things, and the way he prepared it, it was good for it. I could eat it." So I just want everyone to know that he can just be specific and let him know. And he didn't even know I was coming and was vegan, and he made a couple of items that he said, "Yeah, you can eat that, and you can eat that. You're good." So anyone who can prepare some stuff, not even knowing that a vegan is coming, and they have a vegan meal, and I got full and I enjoyed it. Yeah, he's the real deal. Thank you so much, Jamar. You have a beautiful
Oh, you're
evening,
very
and you
welcome,
stay
very
safe.
welcome. And one thing I've always learned, you can't just cook for one vegan person or want someone that doesn't eat gluten free. You got to cook for different. You never know who may show up.
You're
But
right.
also, guys, keep this in mind. This year, my motto is claim it, own it, do it. You claim what you're gonna do, you own it, but you actually do it. I call it hashtag
Yes.
turning dreams into reality.
Hashtag turning
Because
dreams
guess
into
what? We're all
realities.
gonna succeed.
Yes.
So
Absolutely. And that is a message. Hashtag turning dreams into realities. You all, um, absolutely. Thank you so much. I am so happy you called in. Now we got to get you in the studio. You were scheduled last August, wasn't you? And we had to cancel
yes,
for some reason or another.
yes.
So yeah, he's been scheduled to come in. He was actually scheduled to be on my show back to back from Tyrone's Source of the Inkwell. And so I want to thank you so much. You have a beautiful, beautiful evening. I have a couple of announcements. Everybody stay with me because I have a couple of announcements, really important announcements to make. So y'all stay with me while I hang up Jamar. And so you have a beautiful evening, Jamar. Take care.
You too. Thank you so much, man.
Bye bye. And so, yes, Raymond, turning dreams into reality. Raymond, I hope you didn't miss the show. Your spoken word, put it to music. I don't care who you get in contact with. Look up the comments and send your spoken word in on the comments. Raymond King Lucas is one of the spoken word artists, poets that I had on my show, and he's an amazing poet. He blew everybody away, and they were like, "How do I get in contact with him?" So I had to send people his information. So please do, Raymond, please. Thank you. Can you scroll back up to George's comment? Because I want to get everyone, and I want to say hi to Ernest in Ghana, from Ghana in New York. Hi. Yeah. Thank you for watching. George said, let's go. Let's see. Another event happening this weekend, June 20th, 2020. Start time 3:45 p.m. The Heart of the City Kansas City Tour 2020 Graduates Car Parade. For more information, contact Shawnee Wabrunson at Shawnee, SHAWNEE BRUNSON at yahoo.com. And then he did one about what Councilman Ellington is doing. He said support ordinance 200-415 by 3rd District at Large Councilman Brandon Ellington. It's ordinance 200-415. And I want you all to please support that ordinance. Councilman Ellington, what a lot of people don't know about Councilman Ellington is that when he was state representative Ellington, everybody heard this big old push of, oh, we got to do the Mike Brown law after they murdered Mike Brown and left his body sitting in the middle of the ground for all them time. A lot of people don't know that now Councilman Ellington, then State Rep Ellington, had already submitted a body camera law on the books. He had submitted it for the state of Missouri that all police officers were to have body cameras and there would be consequences if they were turned off. Now we're having issues here in Kansas City, Missouri, where we got the Terminator on our dang on force. She just running around killing black men and shooting black men and maiming black men. And then they're killing black men left and right here in Kansas City. And they're getting away with it because what? There are no body cameras. And so now what upsets me is that first things first, when Mike Brown got killed in 2014, everybody, Councilman Ellington could not get support for that bill. He couldn't get support from his own for that bill. Black people out there wouldn't support him to pass that law on the state level. And so then after Mike Brown died, all of a sudden everybody, oh, we need a Mike Brown law. Well, the reason why, and I'm just going to say this on air for anybody listening worldwide, the reason why the Mike Brown law was not even taken, they didn't even accept it in the state of Missouri to be proposed as law, because it was already a law on the books, already proposed, and had been for 3 years. And it was then State Rep Brendan Ellington's law, and he couldn't get it pushed past. He couldn't get it pushed past the initial part because he couldn't get funding for it. So now he's doing so many different things on. Y'all just have to call his office. Just call his office and ask him what he's doing. He's doing so many different things, and if you go see him in action, he gets such a pushback from the rest of our city council. And they had the nerve to tell him on camera, "We don't think you understand how things are done here." I'm like, I thought y'all supposed to be passing laws. What is there? And I mean, like, the whole council walked out on him and everything. It was, and then when he started telling us how to file dereliction of duty, what's his name's complaints against them, all of a sudden everybody came back in. So I mean, when I tell you that councilman, I keep wanting to call him State Rep Ellington, and then I called him congressman. What was that, a couple of shows ago? So we're gonna keep that show. I'm gonna find that show, because when he become congressman, I'm gonna keep replaying that clip. But Councilman Ellington is doing so much, and I want, and he the follow the thank you, George. No Excuses Coalition, We the People and No Excuses Coalition. And I love the fact that he calls it No More Excuses, or No Excuse. I think it's No More Excuses Coalition. And he also has a show here the first and third Sunday at 3 p.m. Correct? So you can watch his show here on KUAW, KUAW LPFM 985 on Facebook, and then just type in KUAW on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TuneIn, and Patreon. But first and third Sunday. Now, this is someone who walked into our city of Kansas City council seat, and he was elected, and he immediately found all kinds of, I want to say, corruption. That's what I'm going to call it. When you have people sitting on committees, and the person sitting on the committee actually has millions of dollars in contracts with that same committee, that's corruption. And he exposed it, and the person walked away. So they got off the committee. So when I say that these are things that need to be done in our city. Now, I would advise that people who live in other cities, don't worry about your past. Look at our president. It's time out for worrying about your past. I'm serious, y'all. Look at the president of the United States. If you're still worried about your past and you don't want to run for office because this, that, and the other happened, then that means you just don't want to run, because we have a whole alleged child rapist in office, and the man didn't admit it to fondling and groping folks. So I mean, without their permission. So I mean, come on now. If you ain't done nothing that bad, run for office. Know what you're doing, get your stuff together, and run for office. Also, my son George Fuller, he's on there right now. George Alexander Fuller for the People. He's running for office as well. So please, George, put your hashtag up there, please. Fuller for the People. He's running for office. I have been asked to run for office. Well, I don't do well with arguments. Let's just put it that way. I don't do well with arguments at all. So, somebody they be had it on camera. I be hopped across the table, hit somebody in the eye. So I'm just letting y'all know, I stay in my place. I know when someone gets to talk crazy to me and I start feeling all that heat, I have to leave anyway, so it's no good. So, and that's just me. That's just me being honest. I don't do good with a lot of mouth. And Brandon takes a lot of mouth. Councilman Ellington, everybody will tell you, when they got done the way they dealt with him, it took everything in me. I had to turn and walk the other way because they had filled up the council chambers where they hear the laws with police officers. So I was like, let me go this way, because I mean, the disrespect that he had to sit there and take as a human being, the disrespect that he took as a human being, it just made them look bad, and it made me just really look at everybody else on the council in an odd way. So bro, I gotta keep it real. But so that's what I want everyone to understand. We are still, yes, we're looking at situations, and I want to say this because my brother's watching. Brian Elias, that's my brother. He's a police officer. I want to say this. A lot of people are turning hate towards cops, and when you turn hate towards cops, well, you can turn hate towards cops, but not police officers. I don't like cops neither. The cops are the people who join the force so they can bully folks. They ain't gonna bust a grape in a grape factory with some steel-toe boots on, for real. So, but then they join the force and let the badge put weight on them. But the police officers are people, those are the laid-back people who's like, hey, I'm just doing my job, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Let you go with a warning, unless it's something really, really bad. So we cannot, so a lot of people are talking about defunding the police department. That makes no sense. You don't want to defund, you want to reform. You want to snatch police commissions permanently. Let me explain to y'all this, and this is what I'm gonna get into. I got a couple of minutes. My Uncle Steve was a Black Panther. Came out of college. He was number one graduating from his law school. Number one, took the board exam, passed the board exam with flying colors. Black men joined the Black Panthers. When they got done prosecuting and trying to get him and Baba Pete O'Neill and everybody from Kansas City, my Uncle Steve passed away. I think it was in 2004. And he was a drug counselor. He could never, ever work anywhere in the United States or any of our allied countries as an attorney. That's what needs to happen to these police, these cops that are killing people. If you're killing people, if you're shooting people, I don't care if you shot somebody. If that stuff don't look right, if you're out here just shooting people, like the man who was laying on the ground with his arms in the air because he was looking after the one guy, and the cop shot him while he was on his back with his arms in his air. And they asked the cop, why'd you shoot him? And he said he didn't know. Immediately, his police commission should have been revoked, and it should have been revoked for life, and he should have never been able to practice any type of law enforcement, whether it be unarmed security officer. He shouldn't have been able to be a freaking crossing guard anywhere in the United States without, in any of the allied countries, without him being prosecuted for impersonating an officer. And I'm just telling the truth about that. So when they say defund the police, no, you don't want to defund. You want to reform. And when I say reform, you want to make sure that they are doing things according to, but see, they can't do them according to the laws that have been set. The laws have to be rewritten. And the reason why is because the police officers and the sheriffs were the old slave catchers. So and you have a lot of people coming into the inner city who have never lived in the inner city, but they're coming in from these rural countries and rural areas. And like they said, the LAPD was nothing but all of the old down south, just Ku Klux Klan members, and the LAPD put out a call to those people, and those people went out there, and then you wind up with the Watts riots, and you wind up with years after Watts, you wind up with Rodney King situation, and years after that, you wind up with all these situations where they're shutting down the freeways because they're still murdering people. Why? Because the different organizations, for one point in time in Kansas City, our recruiting for the Kansas City Police Department was all Black. 2 Black men. I met them. The recruiting for the Kansas City Police Department Police Academy was all Black. And they couldn't get, because of the stigma with police officers, they could not get Black men to sign up. We have young Black MPs coming out the military in droves. I mean, they discharge from the military monthly. But we can't get them into our police departments. Why? Because some of the police departments are not 100% Black. The recruiting, just they'll find every reason not to hire them. But the other reason is because one of our famous comedians was in the police academy, and he said it was so incredibly racist that he couldn't stand it. And I thought about, I have 2 godfathers, and one is retired. I don't know if the other one's retired, but he moved up into detective and everything. But they went in the 70s after they got out of Vietnam. And I can only imagine what they went through on the force. So when we're talking about police reform, do not defund the police departments. That's not what we want to do. We want to create new laws. We want to say, hey, if you've murdered somebody, we don't just want them charged. And y'all stop saying, oh, we want them charged, we want them charged, we want them arrested. No, you want them convicted. Because they charge these people all the time. They charged Darren Wilson, or whatever his name was, who killed Mike Brown. They charged him. He got off. They're charging these people all day long. What you want is you want a conviction. Start speaking that conviction. You do not want them to be charged. Yes, you want them arrested. Yes, you want them charged. But then you want a conviction. That's where we need to start pushing. That's what we need. And, I'm going to get on this rant because, like I say, I have people in my family who are police officers. Brother, close your ears. One of my favorite songs used to be F the Police, though. But it wasn't on family. It was just a nice ring to it. And the police was always bullying us. So, but it was, and I learned as I got grown, it wasn't the police that were bullying us. It was cops. The people who ain't gonna fight their way out of, they soft as pissed on toilet paper. Those are cops. The police are people who know that they can cave your skull in with their fists. So they sure ain't gonna draw a gun on you. But what they're going to do is be like, hey, don't make me tase you. And don't make me put you in handcuffs. And don't make me take you to jail. Settle down. That's a police officer. A police officer knows when to use deadly force. And 9 times out of 10, the police officer does not use deadly force because he has a calm mind. Those cops are them wannabes that feel like they can come in and bully black people and shoot and do everything they big and bad enough to do. And in my case, as a teenage girl, fully molested me while he was patting me down because he didn't want to wait on a female officer. Those are cops. So I want everyone to learn the difference, understand the difference, and not put the two together. We always get mad as black people when they lump us in with those who are destructive. Let's do the same thing. Let's give them the same respect. This is the Lene Gray Show, KUAW, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, Kansas City's first global community radio station. You can listen to us live. If you do not have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that, just go to our webpage, KUAW.org. I'm also asking that you please donate $2 a month. Just click the PayPal link and just let it be a recurring donation, $2 a month. Thank you all. Joy, love, peace, happiness, health, wealth, well-being, and total enlightenment. I will see you all next Tuesday at 8 p.m. This is Lene Gray on KUAW. Take care. Bye-bye.